Please be advised of the disclaimers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sai with Pinnacle Trading here. Sunday night, and we're going to go over 3 to 4 picks that I'm looking to purchase, a few ETFs, a few stocks that I'm looking to share with you guys. So if you're new to the channel, I do a lot of trading and investing videos. I have playlists here. If you're new to the market, you can take a look at them and how to join the chat room. It's free to join. So I have my trading progress, live streams, getting started with trading, education videos, all of these to help you guys out. And all these videos are free for you to watch. So make sure to hit that subscribe button later on and the like button. So right now I'm looking at the market futures. This is S&P 500 E-mini. So /ES is the symbol for that one. So just seeing overall on this one, we see markets pull back a little bit on Friday a few days ago. So we saw markets fall a little bit, nothing too much. I believe it was down about 1 to 2%, somewhere between there. So nothing too crazy. So let's jump into the picks that I'm looking at. First one, as you may have known, I did call this out in another video as well. This one's going to be Apple. So let's zoom out on the overall chart and I'll tell you why I'm looking to buy this on the pullback. So basically you can see that 50 SMA right here, 200 SMA right here. 50 is the blue, 200 is that salmon red color. So basically what we're seeing is that, Apple broke all-time highs and it kept going to 145. Then we saw tech kind of take a pull back, and Apple was kind of being a little bit weird with what it was doing, so pull back a little bit more, even though it had strong earnings, strong guidance for the future. But we're seeing it hover over the 200 SMA, and mainly the thing I'm watching is this right here. We're seeing the RSI kind of build back up. It was in the oversold region, right at this region, but it didn't hit the 200 SMA, so it stayed above nicely. We're seeing it pull back a little bit more over the 120 area. It's been hovering over there, but see that candle right there when it pulled back? It couldn't break this red one right here, where I'm highlighting on this one right here. So mainly on this one, let's take a look at a Fibonacci chart as well. Basically what I'm looking is that it did pull back to the 23.6. It hasn't broken to the 38.2. So when we see something break to the 23.6%, that's basically a healthy pullback. If it ran up a lot, people take profits, it comes back a little bit and then it bounces. But if it starts breaking that and breaking over 38.2, that's more where the 200 SMA region is. That's more of a deeper correction. So if we see anything go below that, then we're looking for a huge correction on the stock or the overall market, or basically we call it a market crash if it starts breaking previous lows. So going back into the regular chart, the area that I'm looking to purchase is going to be right at that 200 SMA. And if it starts breaking, then I'll look to buy about every $5 to $10 moves. So I scale in and scale out. That means I'll buy a little bit of a chunk. I'll wait for next support. If it doesn't test that and starts going up, I'll start adding at the next resistance and so on. So I don't like to buy things on the way down. I only like to take small positions, take a little dab into the market, get my feet into the water, and then see where it goes from there. Because why would I buy something on the way down if it's going down? Like a lot of people are saying in the market, they're waiting for it to go down and they buy on the way down, but you want to look to buy on the way up. You can take a little bit of an entry when things start to pull back, but you don't want to go into full position yet. And again, I'm not a financial advisor in any way. These are just my opinions and my understandings that I've learned over the way. So I'm looking mainly for this 120 area to hold. I'm looking to the 125 and 130 is a resistance level. So let's jump into the next one. This one is going to be, some mouse is being a little bit weird here. So next one's going to be ARKK. This is ARK ETF. This is by Kathy Wood. Have you seen on CNBC? So she does a lot of like Tesla, a lot of the big stock like Zoom, and a lot of those things that are blowing up. This one had a pretty big sell-off recently, just because of how much Tesla fell. If we quickly go into the Tesla chart, you can see that this is sold off from 900 to about 600. So huge sell-off on that one so far. But the ETF has been pretty solid so far. See, whenever it fell that much, it bounced back. That's why I took a little bit of a dabble in this one at the 115 area, and it bounced back all the way a little bit over 130. So when it starts going up, that's where I start to buy. And then if it comes back down to support, that's where I'll look to sell. So that's a more of swing trading, but if you're holding for long term, we want to look to buy on the way up, when things start to reverse. So that's another one I'm looking at, ARK ETF. So that's ARKK, that's the symbol. And for this one, I'm looking at the 120 and the 110 support. If it starts breaking down, I'll wait off on adding more. Once it starts showing strong reverse signal, I'll look to start to buy on the way up. So 120, 110 is the support right now, and 130 and the 140 area going to be the resistance level. So the next one we're going to go into is going to be Visa. So this one already started taking entry in Friday. I went in a little bit heavy, did come down, but I mainly took a bit more of a heavier position because of how much it fell. It fell about 6.24%, 13.7 points on Friday, just because it's going under investigation. If you click on the news tab on the Thinkorswim, you can see that they're investigating the Visa over debit card practices, and there's been some updates on that over the weekend. So just watch that. Mainly I'm taking a big position on this one so far because of how much it fell. Broke through 50 SMA in one day, fell from 220 area all the way down to about 206, 207. So my entry on this were alerted in the chat room, which is free to join, by the way. Link is in the description. I'll show you how to join from my website as well. I bought that at 209.3 for long term. So I also am doing a swing trade. I'm doing an option trade. I'm also doing shares as a swing trade as well. So on this one, I bought in at the low 209s. After hours, it broke a little bit more and fell right before markets closed. But I'm looking for this to bounce back pretty quick. And it's been shown from an article that I read that about 65 to 70%, every time that Visa fell, it started to go green the next day. So I'm looking just for this to gap up. And I'm also been wanting to buy this for long term. It just hasn't fell that much this year. So when we look at the 3-year chart on this one, I'm mainly taking the big entry because just how much it went up, there's barely been any drops. And if it does drop within 1 to 2 days, it bounces back. So look at this one, for example. Back in October, end of October 2020, when it fell this much, about 10, 15, 20 points after earnings, it just immediately went up, broke through all-time highs, and just kept going up. So that's what I'm looking for on this one as well. Looking for this to bounce back. Max pain or max support level I'm looking for this to test is going to be 200 SMA and maybe even 200 a little bit, but I don't really see it going below 205 that much. If it does, I'm looking for it to bounce back pretty fast. This has been a very, very solid stock for long term. Everybody uses, I'm not going to say everybody, but large amount of people use Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, American Express, all of these. It's basically an essential. And even with COVID, people are buying more online, so a lot more usage on that one. Whether it's in store, online, whatever it is, it's something we use almost every day. So you can see that back in 2015, this was about $50 or so. Now it went to $228. So about 400% return on that one. So let's jump into the next one. This is not going to be a stock or something like that. This is more of a sector. It's going to be the gold sector. So on this one, this is the GLD. This is a Spider Gold Trust ETF. So mainly on this one, we saw gold pull back pretty hard over the 3-year chart. We can see all-time highs was 194 and we see a dip to 160. Even the market started to correct, and we can see on CNBC that bonds have started to go up, so inflation has gone up. That's where we usually see gold kind of be a hedge. But being that Bitcoin, they even made a crypto tab on CNBC. We see that crypto has been more the new hedge against the markets, basically betting against the market. So when things go down, some people bet against it, that you make money when the markets go down, things like that. So we see that Bitcoin has been that way, but people aren't that much into gold anymore. So understand why it's not as liquid as crypto, so it makes sense. So, but these ETFs, they're a lot more liquid, so I like to buy them rather than physical gold itself. I do have some of them on the side, but I like these when we're looking in the stock market itself, if you want something more liquid, which means you can get in and out very quickly. So example in this one is I'm going to look for the 160 support. I've been kind of watching that, and you also notice the RSI and the MACD kind of curl back up into the green over 30, so it's curling back up. So when it's going down, I did not buy. I'm looking to buy this on the way up because I don't buy things on the way down, and I don't like to add just on the way down, right? I want to look for reversal, see some strength. I'll maybe take a small entry, but I don't go in a bigger position. until it starts to curl up and show strength. Now that I see that it's curling back over 9 EMA on this one, I'm looking to take an entry on this one below 165. If I can catch it below there, then I'm looking to play the quick gap up on that one. So maybe about 170, 175 to the 50 SMA, then I'll look to scale out on that one. So if it does pull back to 160, that's fine because it's not below previous support. I'll wait before I add. Once it starts to show some strength, then I'll look to buy on the way back up. So those are the 4 picks that I have for you. So recap, first one's going to be Apple, second one's going to be ARKK, ARK ETF, third one's going to be the Visa stock, and then the fourth one's going to be GLD. So it's going to be gold ETF. You can also play JNUG or any of the 3X long-term, or sorry, not the long-term, the leverage ETFs, but you can play gold any way you want. You can even play the gold futures / GC if you want, but I'm just going to play that with GLD because I like the Spider company more and I just like their ETF. So I'm looking for this entry about a little bit below 165. If I can catch it there, then that'll be a solid entry for me, and it's on the reversal way back up. So those are my 4 picks for you guys, and you can join the chat room using link in the description. I have a lot of playlists for you on how to get started in the stock market. If you want to enhance your education, head over to pinnacletrading.us. The link is in the description as well. You can join the chat room for free clicking that button or the link in the description. If you want to enhance your education, I have a course that I put together to avoid the ups and downs in the beginning of the trading and kind of cut your learning curve so that you can become an independent and confident stock market trader and investor. So we start off with main stock market education as a foundation, then we go into trading and investing, and then some of my secrets to you that I've learned over the years that I share with you to make your life a lot easier. So if this video is something you enjoyed, I do all these videos for free, and all you have to do is show your support, click the subscribe and like button, and also share this video so that other people can learn. I have a lot of education videos as well, like what is the yield curve, when markets are looking to peak, and what is a recession, and things like that. So just make sure to share the video so other people can learn as well. Alright, hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you in my next one.